These are the Bigfoot case files. Case number 613. The place, Belleville, Ontario, Canada. The time, June 1988, about 7:30 p.m. Two friends set out for a day of dirt bike riding in the Canadian forest. It had been raining that week, and even though they knew the trails would be muddy, they were eager to be riding just the same. They had been riding all day, and now nearing dark, they decided to head home, due to one of the bikes not having a headlight. As they rode through one part of the trail, it became narrow and dark, with a small opening just on the other side. This is where one of the riders waved to his friend to stop, so he could relieve himself before continuing. The ground was muddy, so he asked his friend to hold on to his bike, knowing the kickstand would just sink into the ground. He stepped off the trail several feet and proceeded to relieve himself. Suddenly his friend started screaming for him to hurry up. Both bikes were still running, and he was confused as to why his friend was trying to take off so suddenly. He turned and yelled to his friend to wait for him, and noticed he had an expression on his face as though he had seen the devil himself. Clearly frightened, he followed his friend's gaze to see what he was staring at. No more than 30 feet away, at the edge of the woods, a large dark figure was looming. The witness estimated the height of the creature to be between 8 and 10 feet tall, with very long and powerful looking arms. Its eyes were dark. The hair covering its body was long and matted. The witness ran and jumped on his bike, immediately trying to take off. He could feel something pulling at his coat. Finally he got away and sped off from the creature as it chased him. He had been frightened so badly by the experience that he had relieved himself in his pants, not having the chance to finish earlier on the trail. The following day the two witnesses returned to where they encountered the creature. Armed with a tape measure and a camera, they measured the spot where they first saw the man-like creature and found it to be standing more than 10 feet tall. The two found tracks where the thing had chased them along the trail, but with both of them feeling as though they were being watched, they immediately left the location, fearing they might encounter the giant man-beast again. Did the two young men encounter the mythical Canadian Sasquatch along the muddy trails that day? They claimed the creature they saw stood over 10 feet tall, and while that seems a bit taller than what is normally reported, it is not unheard of. And what provoked the creature to chase them, and even grab at the witness as he attempted to flee? Was this an example of predatory instinct? One thing is for certain. The young man is happy he was able to get away without finding out.
The Fortean Slip.